Welcome to Quizzy. This is my AI interview simulator that I built. So let's get started. So first you have to paste the job description, then you have to upload your resume. After that, you can select the experience on how hard the interview should be and submit. So what it does is it takes the job description and takes the resume and embed it using an embedding model called MXBAI and find cosine similarity, and with that cosine similarity we calculate an ATS score. If the ATS score is satisfying enough, you will get to redirected to an interview page. If it's lower, you will get redirected to the same page where you have to upload your resume after fixing the problems. So my ATS score is satisfying enough, I believe, this time. Okay, so if you are new to QC, you can go through this model and understand how QC works. And here you can see my ATS score, and it is fair. And also there's a summarization, profile summarization. Since I'm using Hugging Face Transformer for the summarization, sometimes server takes time to cold start. So this is a vision system that I built using MediaPipe and transfer learned mobile net model using AffectNet dataset. Here you can see, since I'm talking with so much confidence, you can see this bar is going up, and if I'm more focused, you can see this part is going up. And if I'm scared, which is definitely I am, and I'm seeing like, oh my god, this is pretty scary. Oh my god, this is scary. I don't know the answer. Oh my god, what will I do? Okay, so you can see this is going up. And also there's a posture correcting system which I implemented using MediaPipe. You can see if I'm having this kind of a bad posture, so this picks that up and show and you get to know whether you are having a good posture or not. And this is a chat system that I implemented. You can see here, you can see the interview time that you selected. It just get smaller over time. And this is the interview part, which is implemented using a specially structured RAG application. The LLM that powers this is actually an Llama 70 billion parameter model, which is through Grok service. And the database that I used is VectorDB, which I used is ChromaDB. So let's get started. I'm going to say some starting word. You can say anything you want. Sure, we can start. So what it does is my speech gets converted to text using OpenAI Whisper, and it goes to the RAG application. It gives you the responses which gets converted into speech using HTTS, and you get the reply here.
Your response seems a bit unclear. Could you please elaborate on what you meant by show against I? Here's a new question. Can you explain how object-oriented programming concepts can be applied to real-world scenarios, drawing from your +2 coursework experience?
So my audio didn't really get detected here. I think that's because due to my mic, it works fine because it's using base model. It should be working fine. And you can also change the voice to female. Let's say I'm giving a vague answer. Well, I have no idea. Actually, the question that is asked by the Quizzy AI is from your resume, which is curated from your resume. If you uploaded your resume, it will be asking the question.
That's an
related to
interesting
your
approach.
resume.
Let's see how it unfolds. How can the problem-solving skills you've developed through your experience with AI and ML technologies be leveraged to address the challenges of deploying models on cloud platforms? And what strategies would you employ to ensure seamless model integration with APIs?
Okay, I think the reason is because of microphone. Let me put that here. Well, I have no idea. So let me see. Is it the error
I'm
from my
concerned that
part?
you didn't have a clear
Okay,
answer to a
it's not
crucial
my
question in
it's
your
not from
field.
my part.
Let's move
It's
on.
from
If
the
a machine learning
it's due
model
to the
is
microphone.
integrated into a production system without proper fine tuning, what potential consequences could arise, and how would you mitigate them?
So as you can see, the system works perfect. And the next thing is there's this code part that I implemented here, which basically takes everything in this interview, the perception, the posture, and you get to see it here. It's nothing but the evaluation of the interview that happened right now. So you can go back and forth uh, to the pages, but the time will continue there. So be aware when you're looking through the scopes. So here you can see everything. Like I was more focused for 53.6 percentage of the total interview time. And here you can download a PDF, which is nothing but the score of every responses that you gave to the QC. It basically calculates like okay, it basically uh, takes in your responses and the question and find a score and the reason that you got that score, also the communication feedback. So if you are using a vulgar tone or something like that, it will advise you to avoid that. Okay, or specific words that are offending someone, so it will help you to avoid that kind of a problem. And this is a thing that I implemented finally on my project, which is a scraping mechanism to hunt jobs. One of the most problem that many people one of the biggest problem that many people faces after they have a bunch of mock interview is they struggle to find jobs that is perfect for their skill level. So it basically takes in everything that happened in the interview and my resume and everything, and based on that it will scrape the job openings from the LinkedIn and gives you here. You can apply the job after you finish the interview. It will be handy. I believe I will be able to join this company as soon as possible. I don't know. So this is my project, Quizzy. So the Quizzy is basically two system that is set in a modular way that works together. So the Quizzy, the application, web application itself is built using Django and REST framework. I didn't really use any front-end frameworks like React or Angular. I'm planning to use that in the future. So the RAG, the next thing is the RAG application. The RAG application is implemented, like I said before, it is implemented using ChromaDB, Grok based LLMs, and also there is an evaluation LLM for evaluating your responses and the questions. Based on the responses and question, you evaluate your answers. And the vision system is completely managed and trained, and the data, everything is hosted on DAXIP server, which is managed via MLflow, and the date and DVC, which basically manages your data and its versioning. So every time the Django application runs, or every time the server restarts, it doesn't really the web app doesn't really contains any machine learning training, machine learning implementation, or the part where the training is needed. So everything can be done uh, without even touching the web application code. So it's completely modular. You can experiment with the model. You can push the model as uh, as you want. It won't affect the web app no matter what, because this is a separate system and it's both of it it's connected. So I used a bunch of MLOps principle to basically integrate both systems, and this is my project. If you really like this project, please don't hesitate to contribute your feature, or please, even if it's a simple idea, please let me know. Okay, thank you.